Hello, all. We're doing bracket 3 in the first round of the World 4-Player Chess Free-for-All Solo Championship. So I was missing during the first game, and these were the 4 players. They were anonymous at the time, but let's see how it went. Ooh, early trade of bishops. More bishop trades. Okay, so green and red are definitely trading with each other early. Green is readily trading with red. And let's go back here. He doesn't even bother with the, he just lets that green knight capture the rook if it wants. And it does not take. Okay, so let's see if we can shift our attention to what's happening over to the other sides. We could see blue is just shuffling his pieces because green and red are just readily trading with each other. And that's funny. Green just loses rooks here, but he has 2 queens, so. Now red's in a little trouble here. Okay, so we had a disconnect. 2 queens, but no internet. So that happened, and red got a king out of that. Or his king is a little bit unsafe, as is blue's is the safest here. We go trade of pawns, queen, and all of a sudden red's position is starting to look a little bit better. Oh, and then he blunders a rook. And now blue makes a queen. And oh yeah, that's actually it's like a rook trade, although I think a better move would have been to go rook here because the queen is under attack. Yeah, so that's the obvious mistake by yellow. Also, just hanging a rook. So yeah, red is looking now. Yellow had queens now. Ooh, yeah, this is interesting. A team effort against yellow, and red has a huge scoreboard lead. So we have to take teamwork between blue and green, but sorry, between blue and yellow. We lose this here. Oh, he got now yellow's down to a queen. So every side has queens, and here we are in the end game. And look at that. A1T19 gives away mate to red, and that's the game. So let's go on to the current anonymous match, which I don't know if it's that other match, by the way, was about 49 minutes. This one is going on now. Oh no, not this one. That's anti-chess. Sorry about that. That would be this one, and it has like a bunch of spectators. It's at 29. I had 32 actually about a few minutes ago. So again, with the rook pawns, it's very interesting they decided to go for rook pawns. So I don't know who any of these guys are. And from the looks of it, this game is quite long. But they did trade a little bit. Doesn't feel like there's a whole lot to comment on right now. I'm trying to get to the current part of the game, but I'm going to review it for the record. Yeah, so it looks like there's a consensus against yellow, and blue is really weakening yellow's. Oh, it looks like JonasRath got knocked out of the. I wonder if he was anonymous a few seconds ago. Now he's JonasRath, so it looks like he's been mated or resigned or something. Let's get to our current position, but we got. Clearly, his position was busting open very early on. And that's how he got eliminated. May not be his day. There's still games to be played. If this finishes and Romison doesn't win, then Jonas still has chances. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so go. That's a trade of knights. Trade of that. We're already on move 97. A player hadn't been eliminated. This is move 100, by the way. This right here is move 100. Why? Okay, I'm confused why blue didn't just go for the mate. Queen takes bishop was checkmates. Maybe he wants red to lose a queen. So red went for that, and it was very interesting. Blue's position was already weak enough anyway as it stands, so I can see why blue doesn't take the free 25 points. And then he just forces yellow to kamikaze himself on green, and it's quite interesting the results of the way blue ignored the mates. And here, blue still has 4 queens, and finally, blue takes the mate because there's no queen to be taken of red, so forces a mate, and now was about to get mated himself. Red trades the pawn for the knights. And are we near our current position yet? No, it's already been 130 moves, and there's still some game to be played. Here, there's a trade of 1-point queens, and blue has 3 of them now. 3 queens versus 1 versus 2, and we are now in our current position. The question is, will blue maintain the lead? I want to say that blue really has obviously the best chances here, even with red and green working together. I think it's hard to say how red and green are going to cooperate with one another to eliminate blue, because red is just in a cramped position. Blue and green and red are just going to have to go all the way out of their way. One of the spectators is suggesting for red to just resign and punish green for not being quite aggressive enough. But green does have a few queens. The question is, if red resigns, does red risk the other players being romison? Blue, that is, Red has to try to figure out who the person is. There is a threat of a queen takes pawn pin. Okay, I stopped the recording, so to resume from the point that I stopped at, the match did come to a halt at 2 games. So this is what happened. We can see that there was a pin that Red had to avoid. And clearly Blue had a superior position and points, so Red and Green had to figure out a way to go after him. And here they decided to win a queen out of that. And look at this. This, to me, is a work of art. Although here, Green wanted to, you could have taken the mate. And Blue has the lead in the points, but it is Green has a little bit of the material lead here. I think this could have been won by Green. Knight to J4 checkmate. Was this even discussed in the chat? I have to look at this. I think that was a mate that missed here. It was a neat idea to hang the queen here, but the knight was about to mate on J4, and this could have ended the match. But instead, this is what happens. Blue wins here. And it turns out to be A1T19. So here, did anybody figure out that Green had checkmates? I think Hest was the one that figured out that Knight to J4 were his mates. Yep. And Icy Sun confirmed it in the chat. Yeah. So here we go. We are going to have games 3 through whatever it may be played on Sunday, March 24th at 18 UTC. So that shall continue, and we shall see some more on Sunday. There will be 2 matches going on at 18 UTC on Sunday. So I think that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching.